Okay, so today's lesson is on adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators. This is a TEK that you should have studied in 5th grade, and you should already be able to do it. So this will be a quick review. As I mentioned, our main idea is to add and subtract fractions with like denominators. Our new vocabulary is like fractions. Like denominators and like fractions. That word like means same. So it'll be denominators that are the same that you're adding and subtracting. Here's our TEK. We're working on 6.2a and b. We need to be able to model addition and subtraction situations involving fractions with objects, picture words and numbers, and b, use addition and subtraction to solve problems involving fractions. We won't work about decimals on this one, but we will do fractions. Okay, the key concept in adding and subtracting fractions is we're only working with the numerators when the denominators are the same, or we have like denominators. For example, this one has like denominators 5 and 5. So we're only adding our numerators 2 and 1. So it will equal 2 plus 1 is 3/5. Let's look at this example. We're adding 3/10 to 9/10. Our denominator is the same, so we'll keep our denominator as 10, and we'll add our numerator of 3 to our denominator of 9. 3 plus 9. 3 plus 9 is 12/10. I know you've looked at that and realized that this fraction is an improper fraction. What we need to do is change that into a mixed number. We do that by dividing the denominator into the numerator. 10 goes into 12 one time, and we have a remainder of 2. So our answer is 1 2/10. That is still not simplified. So we take 2/10 and we divide the top by 2, we divide the bottom by 2, and we get 1/5. So this is a simplified portion of our mixed number. So our answer is 1 1/5. Here's one for you to do on your own. Make sure you have this done. It's in your spiral for tomorrow. Subtracting is very similar to adding fractions with like denominators. You'll notice that we have a denominator of 5 and a denominator of 5. Here's our model, 3/5, and we're taking 1/5 to X out one away. We keep the denominator the same, and we subtract 1 from the 3. So we have 3 minus 1, which we know is 2. So our answer is 2/5. Let's look at this example. We have 10/12 minus 1/12. We know our denominator is the same, which is 12, so we keep it 12. Notice we've written over the top of the denominator in our numerator field 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1, as we know, is 9, and we keep our denominator as 12. We still need to simplify that, and the simplified version is 3/4. We divided the top by 3 and the bottom by 3, and we got 3/4. So our answer is 3/4. Here's one for you to do on your own. We have 17/18, and we are subtracting 5/18 from it. Make sure you do that in your journal. Here we have a real-world example to look at. Swimming. During swimming practice at the lap pool, Darcy swam 21/25 of a mile, and Renee swam 16/25 of a mile. How much farther did Darcy swim than Renee? Well, we've looked at it. We have 21/25 minus 16/25. We keep our denominator the same. We subtract 16 from 21, and we get 5/25. When we simplify that, we're dividing the top by 5 and the bottom by 5, which gives us 1/5, 1/5. Darcy swam 1/5 mile more than Renee. Here's our last example, and you should do this in your spiral and bring it to class tomorrow. Sewing. One pattern for a skirt required 15/16 of a yard of fabric for the lining, and a second pattern required 11/16 yards of fabric for the lining. How much more fabric was required for the first pattern? Good luck. Make sure you have this in your journal, and I'll see you tomorrow.